Good day, YouTube. It's like the 5th of January, 2021. And we're on a road trip. We've been going about 2.5 hours this morning with about an hour and a half to go. Going to a town called Klamath Falls, Oregon. Took I-5 to Highway 58. We're on Highway 97 now. Been in the snow for about an hour or something. There's my truck. It's getting dirty. And we have an empty trailer. What are we going after? Well, we're going after another project, I tell you that. So let's check everything out, make sure everything is running good. Tires didn't fall off or anything. Of course, we checked everything out yesterday. Trailer's getting dirty. All that stupid paint's falling off the deck. That's good. All right. All right. Let's get back in and finish the trip. Well, guys, what do you think? I'm kind of at the same rest area, just the northbound Highway 97. I'm about 15 miles or so from Highway 58. In a quarter mile, merge onto US 97 North. See? I still got my GPS on. Anyway, there she is, a 1966 Ford F100 long bed. Very original truck, except it's had a 302 engine converted. It's 3 on the tree. I want you to look at all the rust that's in this. Come on, find some. Come on, find some. What? What? A little bit of Bondo. Look at that. Even the grill is nice. Wouldn't it be nice if it was like one of the shiny aluminum ones? The shiny aluminum grills. Like that one. Oop, there's the bumper. Even had special purpose plates on it at one point. Or it did on the bumper. Got a little smush in the tailgate. Fixable. Needs a lens. Look at that. No rust. And I mean no rust. I mean, look at the floor. No rust. Look at this. I'll give you a closer look when we get her home. I got another 150 miles or so to go. I'm about 300 miles into my trip. Everything's looking good. Chains seem to be tight. Oh yeah. Just getting everything checked out. Making sure the tires are good. Making sure the tires on the truck, on the trailer, don't go flat, because that'll loosen the chains. And they're good. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Probably a lot of snow on the top like there was coming over. I didn't even bother to run four-wheel drive coming over with an empty trailer, but going back. Let's turn the hubs in. There we go. This used to have vacuum operated hubs on it, but they failed me at 14 degrees one night, about midnight. So we don't got those no more. But this does have the shift on the fly, electric shift in the four-wheel drive. So with the hubs in, if I need it, all I gotta do is hit a switch. All right, check with you later. Well, guys, I'm making better time going home than I did this morning coming over. The roads are much better. Dry to wet pavement. And this was all packed snow this morning, so hats off to ODOT for keeping the roads clear. The truck drivers must love it. I got behind motorhome guy. This truck likes to run about 61, 62 miles an hour when hauling. And this guy's like going 55. Anyway, it's a good old 7.3 Power Stroke. Got about 312 miles on half a tank of fuel. And we're gonna make it the whole trip. We'll end up in around 450 miles on the day or so without stopping for fuel. You see the old Ford in the mirror around my fingers and my camera? just stop, turn the hubs out, cruise on in. So, all right, next stop will be back at the barn. Well, there's a little update. It's about 4 o'clock, and we're coming up on about 82 miles. The old Power Stroke is just over half a tank we've used today. I love this truck. It's been flawless all day. Everything's towed well. The old truck's still back there. Trailer, everything held up well. We're between Pleasant Hill and Goshen, Oregon. So we're coming up on Interstate 5 here in just a little bit. And then just a 50-minute run, 50 minutes to an hour run home. We'll be home pretty soon. All right. One last noisy rest stop. 20 miles to go, almost home. Everything's riding great. Nothing got loose. I got 2 cables of chain come along, all that on the front. Chain in the rear. We're doing real good. You wouldn't know I washed the truck and trailer yesterday, would you? That's okay. Dirt's easy. Alright. All the tires still got air in them. The wheels are still on. Let's get her home. Okay, we're back at the barn. Autumn came out today to help. Autumn, you gonna help with the truck? You gonna help with the truck, sweetie? This one? Yep, that one, sweetie. Good girl. All right. So, yeah, it's the next day. I've been doing some running around this morning. More on that later. It was a great day yesterday. Coming across the pass. Everything went well. You haven't seen the motor yet. So, it's I'm going to call it a 68 302 just because the original air cleaner's in the back. And that's what I recognize it as. Might not be, but it's close. They probably pulled the radiator out of whatever that came out of. Maybe it was out of a Mustang or Fairlane or something. I don't like it. It's pretty small. So we'll fix that. It's 2-barrel. He has pulled the heads, put valve guide seals in it, new head gaskets in it, and headers on it. See a new sending unit for oil pressure. Mechanical fuel pump still. There's no battery in it. It's all right. Put a chrome air cleaner on it. However, evidently the stud was a little short because it's got it upside down and it's got the wrong air filter in it. I may have something on the shelf. Figure that out. Again, I haven't fired this. I don't know much about it other than he said it's spitting a push rod on number 3 cylinder. If I were to have adjusted the valves on this, there would be a lot of oil everywhere because they do them while they're running. And I don't see oil anywhere. So I don't know how the valves were adjusted. That's going to be one of the very first things we do is get it running and get the valve covers off of this thing and see how the valves are adjusted. We'll do that in a separate video. The brakes do work. They need a little bit of bleed. It takes 1 pump to get them up to full pressure, and then they actually felt good what little I've used them. I hope it's light enough outside you can see how clean this is in the wheel wells. Look at the body mounts. Look at the rubber. Look at the radius arm bushings. Look at these. I mean, this stuff is in great shape underneath. Not to mention outside. It is, I just can't get over how nice this truck is. There's an old exhaust hanging under here. Heck, there's mufflers on it. And then there's headers on it. So we'll figure that out. We'll get it up on the lift and do that. We ain't gonna do that outside or on the trailer. Thought that tire would be flat today. It's still sorta up. Enough to get her off the trailer anyway. What I didn't tell you yesterday is Matt, the owner of the truck, see if I can remember everything that we did talk about. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. He bought this truck, and then he bought a Crown Vic, and he was gonna pull the bottom off of this truck, take the top off Crown Vic, make one vehicle out of it. But the floors in this thing are perfect. I mean, there's not a rust pinhole in this truck anywhere. Maybe the battery box. I'm not even sure about that. So he, being a car guy, said there's no way I'm wrecking this truck. So, I mean, look at the floors. They need painted. That's what they need. Cleaned up and painted, and that's it. That is the original seat. It's just got a too fancy of a seat cover. I did run, we'll get back to that in a second. I ran the VIN number on this thing yesterday. It was factory Wimbledon white. It had a red seat, the red steering wheel. That is correct, actually. I thought maybe it was transplant. It is not. The door's actually shut really good. So back to Matt. So he bought a 64. In fact, when I pulled in his driveway, I went, whoa, look at that. He has a 64 short wheelbase narrow box truck that the floors are gone in. That's a better candidate to cut the bottom out of it, set it on his Crown Vic platform, and that's what he's going to do. So he passed this one along, luckily, to me. And he's gonna, get out of this project so he can go all in on the other project. And he works for a company that's got all the tools in the world, heavy equipment, all that. So he's got everything he needs to be successful in his project. So we get the thing loaded on the trailer. We're kind of walking around a little bit, and I tell him, I say, well, my plans are to get this thing lowered a little bit. Not gonna go crazy with it, but put the axle on top of the springs and cut a coil up front and stuff like that. And he goes, oh, hang on a second, I got something for you. So let me show you what he brings out. And he hands me a box. Okay, he hands me a box. And what is it? It's the whole spring relocation kit that he's already purchased for the truck, but he's setting it on his other truck on a Crown Vic, and he no longer needs it. So he gave it to me here you go. And then on my way out, I'm driving out and roll the window down, and he goes, what do you plan to do with the transmission? It's a 3 on the tree, right? And I said, well, I don't know, maybe convert it to a 4-shift or convert it to a 4-speed or something like that. And he goes, I got a shifter kit if you're interested in it. I go, man, I really would be. And he gave it to me. So these parts here came as I was driving out. I mean, deal was done on the truck, right? It's all brand new shifter, including the shift boot. And I haven't been through this bag. There's a shift knob. It's a Mr. Gasket shift knob. That looks old stock. This might have came off somebody's shelf they've had for a while. All new rods and everything. And then there's that spring relocation kit. I don't know what all this stuff is worth, but it's worth a fortune to me. Because that's what I want to do with it. So it went from great to better than great, whatever that is. So want to wrap this up. This is the introduction to the 66 F100 project video, and be much more to come on this one as we start sorting out what we're going to do for wheels and tires, and this truck will tell me what direction it wants to go. I don't want the tires going flat every 2 days, so we'll try to deal with something like that quickly, and then we'll get into make it run. We're going to develop a list in the next video of wants and needs. What does this truck need, and what do I want for this truck? And then we'll sort it out by, let's get it operational and driving. Let's watch our expenses on it, and try and do what we need to do smartly without spending a bunch of money up front, and get the truck drivable. And then we'll upgrade from there. Kind of a rolling restoration, I would call it. Okay? All right. So, gang, thanks for watching. I appreciate the comments. I do enjoy them. I do try to respond to as many as I can. Please hit the thumbs up button on the way out. We're still struggling after almost 4 years of this channel to get real numbers of viewing all these videos. But if you guys just hit the thumbs up, you would help me. And this truck project hopefully is the answer to that little issue. But beyond that, everybody's doing these mid-60s Fords, and I'm a Ford dude. I have I might do a video, I was thinking on the way home yesterday, by just introducing my trucks, because I now have a 1936 Ford truck, a 56 Ford truck, a 66 Ford truck, and a 76 Ford truck. 76 is for sale. Looks like it won't be around much longer. And this one kind of take its place. This is my new toy. I'll call it a shop truck. It's going to have Glenn Speed Shop on the side. It's going to be a little lower. It's going to have 2 or 3 different sets of wheels and tires. Gives it a different personality. It's going to be a way fun truck. It's not going to be too nice. We're going to use it and drive it, but it's going to be cool. Gang, thanks again. We'll catch you on the next one.